Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something a bit different. Our source isn't the usual study or report. It's actually a transcript from a podcast episode designed to get absolute beginners speaking German, like from day one. And there's a little note linked to it that's quite interesting too. So the real question for us today is, how does this specific method claim to teach you 5 key German phrases right away? And maybe more importantly, what can we learn from it about, effective language learning for beginners? Seems ambitious.
It really does. And our mission here is basically to untack that strategy. How do they promise immediate speaking? It's less about just memorizing lists and more about finding those aha moments, the really practical bits you can use straight away. Quick wins that actually stick.
Okay, let's get into it then. The source makes this pretty bold claim: speak German from day one, with just 5 basic but powerful German phrases. So what are they, and why these 5?
Well, the selection seems really intentional. High utility stuff you can use immediately. First up is hello. Exactly. Simple, universal, pronounced age-a-low. It's your foot in the door, basically. Very low barrier.
Makes sense. Start super simple. What's the next step in their immediate connection plan?
Right after hello, they give you wie geht's. That means how are you, pronounced wie geht's. It immediately opens things up for, a casual chat.
Okay, so hello, how are you? Pretty standard. How do you introduce yourself?
Yeah, the next one is ich heiße your name. The source actually explains that ich heiße is like I am called, which I think is a neat way to frame it. You just slot your name in, boom, personalized.
Got it. Hello, how are you? My name is. Very practical. What about basic manners and saying goodbye?
Absolutely crucial, right? So for politeness, they include Danke. Just means thank you. Pronounced Danke. Easy and always good to know.
Mm-hmm. Simple and effective.
And then to wrap up a conversation, you've got Tschüss, which means bye. Pronounced choose, kind of like juice, but with the T sound at the start.
Tschüss.
Yeah. Those 5 aren't just random words. They're like immediate social tools.
So it really boils down to these 5 incredibly practical everyday phrases. The source emphasizes saying them daily, that language is about repetition. Does that risk just becoming rote learning, though? Like just parroting words?
Well, that's where the next bit comes in, and it's quite clever. The source doesn't just list the phrases. It issues this little challenge. Use at least 2 of these phrases today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with a friend or in your notebook. Practice makes perfect. So it pushes you immediately from just knowing the phrase to actually using it, even in a small way.
Right. So it's not just repetition. It's repetition with application, even if it's just writing it down or saying it to a friend.
Exactly. It's about doing, not just memorizing. That immediate low-stakes application helps cement it much faster than just reciting. That's the shortcut.
I really like that. It highlights the low barrier to entry. It makes it feel achievable. Anyone can try saying hello or Danke today. It's empowering rather than intimidating.
Definitely. And if we zoom out a bit, this deep dive sort of highlights a broader principle, doesn't it? Focusing on a small, really high-impact set of basics, like these 5 phrases, can be such a powerful way into any new skill or subject, not just languages. Find those core building blocks that give you immediate traction.
That's a great takeaway. So, question for you listening. How could identifying just a few day one essentials change how you tackle something new you want to learn? Could be anything: coding, a new hobby, understanding finance. What are your 5 key starting points? And for anyone keen on more German, the source does mention a follow-up on how to introduce yourself in German full sentences. Something to look out for. See you next time.